What did you think of this acquisition, the Patriots and Cam Newton?
I love the acquisition of Cam Newton, but this conversation in Boston, Greeny, that Bill Belichick knew this all along and that Cam Newton was going to be available, that's not right. That's where you're smelling too many salts from Bill Belichick. Because when you look at the way the Kraft family and Belichick have operated over the last 20 years, I played for the Kraft family in Major League Soccer. Everything on the field, they're shrewd with how they do business. Now, do I think the plan was to look at options and to see what's available? Absolutely, 100%. But for everyone telling me and everyone else in Boston and in this country that Bill Belichick knew all along he was going to bring in the former NFL MVP in Cam Newton, that answered no chance.
It just sort of fell to him. Maybe it'll wind up working out great. Ninkovich, you obviously played there. What did you make of the picture of Cam looking at the playbook and the little message that he posted?
Yeah, he's got to dive into that playbook because it's going to be thick. I mean, I think back on when I would see just their signals and hand calls, like their silent stuff. I looked at it and it was like a phone book. So, I mean, the Patriots offense and Josh McDaniels, it's very intense, and I'm sure Cam right now is trying to put his best foot forward and dive into that thing because the other quarterbacks on the roster have the advantage of understanding the playbook at this point.
Nick, as we sort of sit here and count down these days, which start to move pretty quickly, and we've had some time to digest all of this, any change in your thought that he'll be the starting quarterback week one?
Yeah, I mean, hearing everyone talk about how difficult this is and understanding these unique circumstances, I know that he's going to show up on day one and probably run with the threes behind Hoyer and Stidham. But I think there's a distinct possibility that he could not start in week one, and that might be what's best for Cam Newton in that situation. Because you think about it, assuming Jarrett Stidham struggles a little bit, it's nice to come in and replace Jarrett Stidham. It's much nicer to do that than come in and replace Tom Brady, which is what he'll be doing coming in. So I think that there's a possibility, given the uniqueness of this offseason, that maybe he doesn't start day one and he comes in a couple weeks in and replaces Jarrett Stidham if the Patriots struggle offensively.
Go ahead, Twellman. What do you think?
Yeah, hold on here. These two gentlemen know as well as I do about what team dynamics mean. So Nick, you explain to me how then Julian Edelman, your star wide receiver, is putting on Instagram photos of Cam Newton, Massachusetts, and you tell me that Jarrett Stidham's going to start to have that locker room while not looking at number 11 saying, whoa, what was that? How many backup quarterbacks get that treatment?
I love it. I love Instagram-based analysis. So because Edelman posted some shirtless pictures, and there's a Newton, Massachusetts, that Cam Newton is the day one starter, I have been defeated, Greeny. I'm sorry. You brought this genius Twellman on. I can't argue with that.
What do you think, Ninkovich? Jump in the middle of all this. Does the stuff that Twellman is saying make sense?
I mean, JE11 is trying to market himself. He's got four children's books, so I'm sure anything that would help push the people following his Instagram account or his own personal brand would be something that he would want to do.
Well, if Twellman is making sense, it would be the first time, at least to my knowledge,
yes,
that he does. But Twellman, I just want to make sure I'm understanding what you're saying. You believe that Cam Newton will be the starting quarterback week one?
Absolutely. Absolutely. He's being brought in to do that because you're not bringing in Cam Newton, a former NFL MVP, for that role. If you were looking at a backup role, you would have gone hard after Andy Dalton. You would have gone hard after someone that would have fit that role. All I'm saying to you guys is that the team dynamic, while replacing Tom Brady and Julian Edelman being reminded by Tom Brady on every social media post that he is his still number one, my point to you is you're telling me that Cam Newton's going to come in and right away back up Jarrett Stidham? That's what he signed up for? You two better know, you three know better than me. Cam Newton's not signing up to do that.
I mean, I got 10 seconds. Go ahead.
You contradicted yourself from the beginning to the end. Like, Bill Belichick wasn't planning on this, and Bill Belichick got him for just about nothing. They have nothing committed to Cam Newton. I think you're right. Cam Newton's going to be good and eventually get that starting job. But thinking that he came in to start, nothing about what's happened up until this point, the fact that he was signed so late, nothing suggests that he's going to walk in and Bill Belichick's going to hand him the ball.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.